Donkey Kong Country 3 is the third installment of the DKC series featuring Dixie Kong and her little cousin Kiddy Kong as they set off on a quest to rescue Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong from King K. Rool. You start off in the Northern Hemisphere and use vehicles to navigate towards different levels in the overworld. As you defeat the bosses, they'll drop items needed by Funky Kong so you can upgrade your vehicles, granting you access to more areas on the map. Now, I prefer DKC 1 and 2's linear level progression instead of the overworld exploration in 3 because it's much simpler, but I still admire the detail that went into the world. And speaking of aesthetics, you may have noticed that DKC 3 is much brighter than the previous two games with less of an emphasis on that murky jungle atmosphere. You've got lots of cabins and mechanical stuff scattered about the world which sell the idea that this setting isn't the same, and that's fine. It might feel off-putting because Donkey Kong is about the allure of nature as opposed to man-made crafts, but I kinda like it even though I do prefer the atmosphere of DKC 1 and 2. Dixie Kong is more nimble and can glide using her hair, while Kiddy Kong is slower, carries barrels in front of him, skips across water, and can throw Dixie at objects out of their reach. Each Kong you have counts as one hit, which totals up to 2, and when you hit a DK barrel you recover the Kong you lost. You can switch between the two characters, but I always preferred using Dixie because piloting a faster character with a smaller hurtbox is leagues more fun than using the clunky Kiddy Kong. There isn't much enemy diversity, but the general level design in DKC 3 is actually very creative and I admire the challenges. Although there are a plethora of neat ideas they worked with that make the game enjoyable, there were a decent amount of level mechanics I didn't find appealing, such as some vertical segments with enemies that are hard to react to and the water levels, especially Fish Food Frenzy where a niblet tracks and periodically attacks you throughout the entire level, and poisonous pipelines where your controls are reversed while swimming. Donkey Kong Country 3 is sometimes ostracized from its predecessors because of its setting. It's much more vibrant and there's more of a focus on industrial stuff as opposed to the allure of the jungle established in the first two games. Despite it being visually different, it's still a great platformer with interesting level design. Some of the gimmicks were fun for me while others were annoying, but I generally enjoyed myself nonetheless. Out of the trilogy, I'm going with DKC 2 as my favorite, DKC 3 at second, and DKC 1 at third. They're all good games that I'd recommend playing whether you emulate them on a computer or console or wait for Nintendo to release DKC 2 and 3 on SNES Online in the distant future. Whenever that is. Anyway, thanks for watching and enjoy your day. See ya.